Hi, I'm Sheila L. Haidt, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. And it's more than just this week. It is the end of a karmic cycle. So it's an era. And we are in an era whose time has ended, and we are beginning an era whose time is beginning. So let me start with my notes and start at the top. Become a possibilitarian. No matter how dark things seem to be, or actually are, raise your sights and see the possibilities. Always see them, for they are always there. This week, we are led by eclipses. It's less about individual days and individual aspects and more about this major planetary movement. An eclipse occurs. It has something to do with the sun, the moon, and the planet Earth. And depending on the kind of eclipse, that tells us what's going on. We just, as of September 7th, experienced a total lunar eclipse. So lunar eclipses remove from, take away from, and this one especially because it's in Pisces and it involves the nodes, it really involves karmic shift, karmic cycle change completely. So I will read from my notes. It is eclipse season and life-changing events are occurring and major changes are happening. Feeling ungrounded is par for the course at this time because this recent eclipse, full moon, is in the ethereal sign of Pisces. So Pisces is not an earth sign, it's a water sign. It's not about being grounded on planet Earth, but it is about being firm in your spiritual being. With this eclipse, we are at the completion point of a major karmic cycle. Our attachments to behaviors and beliefs that no longer serve us, old emotions, control, projections, and rigidity are being removed. Please don't resist the inevitable. Surrender your fears and your ego to this higher calling. This is an opportunity whose time has come. This is something that can't be avoided. Your experience of it is entirely up to you. If you fight it, you will lose and you will be bruised. If you surrender, if you go with it, surrender, you will find out for yourself whether or not you really are the champion you know you are. And I'll give you a hint. You're already the champion that you know you are. The Sun, Mercury, and the South Node are involved, which means old karmic patterns will surface and attempt to hijack your life. Those persistent, unhealthy old habits, such as being overly critical, finger-pointing, excessive worry, abusive self-doubt, and insisting on controlling all outcomes, will really display themselves. To counter them, actively look for and focus on possibilities, even when facing difficulties. Mindfulness and meditation practices are what you need now. Being aware of the news is important. Yes, that's so. However, incessant reading about or listening to it is not. Stay in the moment and observe what is happening. Don't be the audience and the trained seal for this cheap carnival that's being presented. Be like Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Become a possibilitarian. No matter how dark things seem to be or actually are, raise your sights and see the possibilities. Always see them, for they are always there. Ask yourself, who benefits from my feeling helpless and hopeless? Am I focusing on my own power, or am I giving in to worrying about what can go wrong? Does the story I tell myself support stability or encourage doom and gloom? If and when you feel yourself falling into old thought worry traps, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep working on the positive. This coming Wednesday and Thursday, we have the Sun and Mercury together in the South. They're conjuncting or together with the South Node. The South Node is an old karmic point, and it contains all of our history, our karmic history. Pay attention to how you're thinking. Those old habits of shame, pessimism, and self-criticism could rear their ugly heads and derail your good intentions. So just be aware that from about Wednesday to the end of the week, pay attention to yourself. Friday and Saturday, the Sun and Mercury, the life force and communication, are sextile. They're making a positive, beneficial aspect to the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of luck, blessings, and beneficence. This is a great time for optimism without evidence. It's called faith. You'll feel more hopeful and powerful if you do go along with faith. Please remember, become a possibilitarian. No matter how dark things seems to be or actually are, raise your sights and see the possibilities. Always see them, for they are always there.